honestly. It feels like life is like filling up my Brita filter one day at a time at this point. Because, God, I feel like I have to fill my Brita filter all the time. I swore I just filled it yesterday, and it definitely did not get filled yesterday. Ugh. I was just about to start, and I was like, oh, let me check if my Brita filter has water in it. No, did not. Hello. I'm just staying hydrated. You're right, Tajokos. You are so right. Welcome to stream. I am girl with experience. I never start like this. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Welcome to stream. It's pretty exciting. Shout out to DJ Kismeta for scribing over the weekend. Did not expect that in the least. That was 2 days ago. That was Sunday. We were not here on Sunday, so that is just unexpected. But thanks anyway. It was a good weekend. I'm trying to think what I did. I've had so much pizza. I had pizza on Saturday. I had pizza on Monday. I'm probably gonna have pizza today. I'm trying to I really need a lot of calories right now. I have been under my caloric intake value over the past couple of days, and I am needing to pump that back up, to be completely honest with you. My daily intake of food needs to be much higher. So, today, we're starting Othello. That's crazy. I know, I gotta pump the numbers up, you know? I can't just pump the iron for these guns, pew pew, for these tiny daggers, pony knives. So, you know, not only my water numbers need to be high, my food numbers do too. Othello, what a fellow. I agree to Jokos. Othello, what a fellow. So, okay. Today we are starting Othello. It's going to be a good one. I'm excited. So, again, I've kind of read it. I've scanned it. Not recently, but the first time I read it, which was probably 8 or 7 years ago. Probably 8 years ago. And I think it'll be interesting for sure. I don't really remember everything. I remember some things, but we'll figure it out. We'll get there. Oh yeah, why I wasn't here for stream yesterday. Oh yeah, I was meeting a voice teacher, so I'm trying to get back into singing. Undercover super secret right now that I'm just hashing out, and I don't want to get myself too excited for. I am thinking about graduate school. That's right. Right. Not only will I be girl with experience, but if I get my master's, I'll be master girl with experience. Right? You know how some professors are super strict? They're like, please, call me Dr. Brown. Girl with master experience. Yeah, for real. The master of experience. But I think it would be so funny if somebody just had a master's degree and they were like, please, call me Master Brown. I think that would be so dope. I remember I had a physics teacher who said that to me once. He was like, I have a master's, so you can call me Master Blah. And I said it. Like, I literally called him, like, Master whatever his name was. I don't remember what that was. But then after a week, he was like, you're the only one who does this, and it's really uncomfortable. And I'm like, okay, for you, but not for me. Like, it's whatever. I don't know what that says about me, but anyway. Okay. So we are starting Othello. As always, at the beginning of the play, we kind of cross-reference back to the beginning a lot about who these characters are. I'm really bad about picking up names. It looks like a lot of people have different first letters of first names, so that's good. We've got Othello, Desdemona, Brabantio, Iago, Amelia, Cassio, Bianca, Rodrigo. Ooh, I love a good Rodrigo. Not like in real life. I don't know. Rodrigo is a good villain name. I don't know why. It just is. It sounds like a good villain name. We've got the Duke, the Senators, Montano, Graziano. We have a new Graziano? Wow. Shakespeare's out here recycling names. Lodovico, sailor, clown, messenger, herald, officers, gentlemen, musicians, and attendants. We got musicians in this one. It's so exciting. I love playing the Hot Boys during all of these plays. No Lorenzos. I'm so sorry, Lorenzo. The closest thing we have to Lorenzo is Lodovico. Sorry, man. I know it's a disappointment, but alas, it is what it is. Okay, well. Yeah, I know. No Tajokos either. Unfortunately. Sorry, everyone. I know. A lot of disappointment going around. Okay, Lorenzo. Goodbye. See you later. Peace out. Anyway. Yeah, right. Gotta protest the play unless your name is in it. It would be a long... Tell me about it. Girl with experience doesn't pop up a lot either. Okay, Lorenzo. Okay. It was really only the first one. I think Merchant of Venice had Lorenzo, and then after that it was just like, nope, finished. So yeah, sorry about that. I mean, I can't apologize on Shakespeare's behalf. Never mind. Yeah, it just is what it is. Oops. Also, I am going to reorder the books today that didn't come. That I was supposed to read in the coming weeks. So that way we can do some Greek plays and some Shakespearean plays and all of that. So that will be really, really, really good. Okay. Yes, XP. Okay. So we are in Act 1, Scene 1. We are in Venice, and it is nighttime, and we are on the streets. Yes. Back to a very classic Shakespearean format, if you will, setting. And Rodrigo and Iago are there, and Rodrigo says, "Tush! Never tell me." Yeah, we are in the streets, Lorenzo. Okay, Rodrigo. "Tush, never tell me. I take it much unkindly that thou, Iago, who hast my purse as if the strings were thine, shouldst know of this. Iago, 'sblood, but you'll not hear me. If ever I did dream of such a matter, abhor me. Rodrigo, thou toldest me thou didst hold him in thy hate." Okay, so I have absolutely no idea who they're talking about because it's literally the first 3 lines, and they're talking about someone. Okay. So Rodrigo's like, "There's something you should know about, right?" And Iago's like, "I have never heard of this, and if I ever thought of it, that would be just like such a horrible thing." And Rodrigo is like, "But you told me that you hate this person, and I don't know who this person is, but we're gonna find out." Okay, Rodrigo, for context, Rodrigo or Roderigo, is a Venetian gentleman, and Iago is Othello's ancient ensign. I don't know what. Okay, so I'm guessing Iago's like just this old dude who helps out Othello. He's not a ghost. It's not a ghost. No one's a ghost. Okay? No ghosts. I don't think there are any ghosts in this one either. I don't remember though. So don't hold me to that. If there are ghosts, yeah, yet. I don't know if there are any. Okay, so Iago says, despise me if I do not. 3 great ones of the city in personal suit to make me his lieutenant. Of capt to him, and by the faith of man I know my prince. I am worth no worse a place, but he, as loving his own pride and purposes, evades them as with a bombast circumstance horribly stuffed with epithets of war. And in conclusion, none suits my mediators. For Certes, says he, I have already chosen my officer, and what was he? Forsooth, a great arithmetician, one great Michael Cassio, a Florentine, a fellow almost damned in a fair wife, that never set a squadron in the field, nor the division of a battle knows more than a spinster, unless the bookish theoric, wherein the togaed consul can propose as masterly as he, or prattle without practice and all his soldiership. But he, sir, had the election, and I, of whom his eyes had seen the proof at Rose at Cyprus and on other grounds, Christian and heathen, must be belied and calmed by debtor and creditor. These countercaster he in good time must his lieutenant be, and I, God bless the mark, his moorship's ancient. Okay, so that's a lot. That's a lot. Okay, so Iago's just like, okay, I don't hate anybody, first off. That's like the first line. Despise me if I do not. Okay, right? Because Rodrigo's like, you hate somebody. And Iago's like, no, I don't hate anybody. Okay? And I think if I'm reading this right, which there is always a possibility I'm not. But if I'm reading this right, I believe they're talking about Othello at the beginning. They're like, hey, don't you hate Othello? And he's like, nah, bro, I don't hate him. And then they start talking about Cassio, right? This is the introduction of the play, right? Cassio, he's this dude, he's really good at math. He's got a cool wife who's really hot, you know. He doesn't go into battle. He's never been in battle. You know, he's very bookish and very smart. He's the kind of guy who wants to stay inside for the rest of his life and just read or do math. Okay? But he is the lieutenant for Othello. What? So Iago, I think, is a little bit confused by this. And Rodrigo says, by heaven, I rather would have been his hangman. And Iago says, why, there's no remedy. 'Tis the curse of service. Preferment goes by letter and affection, and not by old gradation, which where each second stood heir to the first. Now, sir, be judge yourself whether I, in any just term, am a fine to love the Moor. Okay. And Rodrigo said, I would not follow him then. Okay, so Rodrigo is kind of just like, I would rather do any other job than be his lieutenant. And Iago's like, yeah, I get it, but like, you know, it is what it is at this point. Iago is, or not Iago. No. Rodrigo is saying he would rather be a hangman, like the guy who hangs other people, than have Iago's job being Othello's ancient. Okay, which I know there's a footnote on this. Hold up. To be someone's ancient means a standard bearer. Regimental sergeant major would be an approximate modern equivalent. Meanwhile, Cassio has become no ordinary lieutenant. He is now Othello's own second. Oh, okay. So Cassio is second in command. Whereas, okay, so Iago's a little bit upset with Othello because Cassio's ascended the ranks faster than Iago, even though Iago's kind of been Othello's second-hand man, or like this guy that has been really close with Iago for a really, or with Othello for a really long time. And so Iago wants to be the second in command, but at the same time, he's just like, well, it is what it is at this point, so I can't really do anything. And again, I don't know if I don't think Iago is old. I think Iago's a normal age. Not that being old is not normal, but I think he's just the same age as everyone else. I think ancient is just a term. I don't think ancient actually means he's ancient. Okay. But yeah, Rodrigo's just like, oh man, that sucks. That sucks that you didn't get the promotion. And Iago's like, okay, fine. And Rodrigo says, I would not follow him then. So Rodrigo's like, if he didn't give me the promotion, I would quit. I would just be done. And Iago says, oh, sir, content you. I follow him to serve my turn upon him. We cannot all be masters, nor all masters cannot be truly followed. You shall mark many a duteous and knee-crooking knave that, doting on his own obsequious bondage, wears out his time, much like his master's ass, for naught but provider, and, when he's old, cashiered. Whip me such honest knaves, others there are, who trimmed in forms and visages of duty, keep yet their hearts attending on themselves, and throwing but shows of service on their lords, do well thrive by 'em, and, when they've lined their coats, do themselves homage. These fellows have some soul, and such a one I profess myself, for sir, it is as sure as you are, Rodrigo, were I the more, I would not be Iago. In following him I follow but myself, heaven is my judge, not I for love and duty, but seeming so, for my peculiar end, for when my outward action doth demonstrate, there's an accent over the O, demonstrate, the native act and figure of my heart in compliment extern, 'tis not long after, but I will wear my heart upon my sleeve for dolls to peck at. I am not what I am. I'm sorry for the offending comments, Lorenzo. Iago's saying he talks about bondage and whipping in this. I'm gonna have to add that to the scroll of Shakespearean kinks. Obsequious bondage. And, what is it? What was the other one? I can't find it. Right, to the scroll. I have the scroll in my closet right now. It's over here. It's hidden, but it's there, I promise. Okay. So, essentially, Rodrigo's like, I would quit. And Iago's like, no. I will serve him well. I can't be picked as a master or be a master unless, it is my calling. But also, I want you to know that maybe one day Othello is going to wear out. Welcome to chat, National Rebel. Also, I really like that comment. That's really good. Okay. So yeah, he's just like, one day Othello's gonna wear out and he's gonna wear dry. And that's the day that I'm gonna take over. Don't you worry about it. Not everybody gets to stay in charge all the time. Which, I mean, to be fair, Iago's right? I mean, not all leaders stay leaders forever. Anyway. Rodrigo then says, what a full fortune does the thick lips owe if he can carry it thus? Iago. Call upon her father, rouse him, make after him, poison his delight, proclaim him in the streets, incense her kinsman, and, though he in a fertile climate dwell, plague him with flies. Though that his joy be joy, yet throw such changes of vexation on it, as it may lose some colour. Okay, so Iago's just like, you just gotta speed up the pace. You gotta pick up the pace at which Othello decays as a ruler. You know what I mean? So you know, even though he's totally fine and totally healthy and young and all of that, you know, maybe make it to where he's decaying faster. Give him something to where he will fall out of rain at a more rapid rate. And Rodrigo says, "Here is her father's house. I'll call aloud." Iago, "Do with this, with like timorous accent. In dire yell is when by night and negligence the fire is spied in populous cities." Rodrigo, "What ho, Brabantio! Signor Brabantio, ho!" Iago, "Awake! What ho, Brabantio! Thieves, thieves, thieves! Look to your house, your daughter, and your bags. Thieves, thieves!" Okay. So Rodrigo and Iago are waking up these this dude named Brabantio. Who is Brabantio? He is a Venetian senator and Desdemona's father. Desdemona is the wife of Othello. So he is Othello's father-in-law and a senator. And Iago and Rodrigo are like screaming at someone's window and being like, "Yo, I see thieves out here. How are you sleeping, man?" And Brabantio comes in from the window above and he's like, "What is the reason of this terrible summons? What is the matter here?" And Rodrigo says, "Signor, is all your family within?" Iago, "Are your doors locked?" Brabantio, "Why? Wherefore ask you this?" So Rodrigo and Iago are steering up this drama that's not real. Because I don't see any mention of actual thieves happening. So, okay. They're just trying to cause drama. Oh, thanks for the follow, National Rebel. They're trying to stir the pot. Take Othello down through his father-in-law. And so they're like, "Are your doors locked? Is your family safe? Are you okay?" And Brabantio's like, "Bro, why are you asking?" Iago says, "Zounds, sir, you're robbed. For shame put on your gown. Your heart is burst, you have lost half your soul. Even now, very now, an old black ram is tupping your white ewe. You, arise, awake the snorting citizens with the bell, or else the devil will make a grandsire of you. Arise, I say." Thank you for the pet rock. I appreciate it. I've never had a pet rock before. I've always wanted one. Okay, so Iago's just like, "Come down here, bro. There are so many people who are robbing you right now. It's a mess." And Brabantio says, "What? Have you lost your wits?" And Rodrigo's like, "Most reverend senior, do you know my voice?" Brabantio, "Not I. What are you?" Rodrigo, "My name is Rodrigo." Brabantio, "The worse are welcome. I have changed thee not to haunt about my doors. In honest plainness thou hast heard me say my daughter is not for thee. And now in madness, being full of supper and distempering draughts, upon malicious knavery dost thou come to start my quiet." So Brabantio is just like, "Bros, go home. I don't want you here. I hate you so much. Go home. Stop." And Rodrigo's like, "Sir, Brabantio, but thou must needs be sure my spirit and my place have in them power to make this bitter to thee." Brabantio is just like, "Whoa, thank you, punk. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. Also, thanks for interacting." Okay. So Rodrigo is just like, bro. You gotta come outside. Brabantio, come on. And Brabantio's just like, "I'm gonna make you regret waking me up." Okay. "Oh, Othello's your favorite." "Ah, punk, good to know. Okay, well, cool. Awesome." Okay. So yeah, Brabantio's just like upset, which I get it, because when somebody wakes me up in the middle of the night, I get upset too. I'm not gonna lie. And Rodrigo says, "Patience, good sir." And Brabantio says, "Well, tellest thou me of robbing? This is Venice. My house is not a garage." And Rodrigo says, "Most grave Brabantio, in simple and pure soul, I come to you." Iago, "Zounds, sir, you are one of those that will not serve God if the devil bid you. Because we come to do you service and you think we are ruffians, You'll have your daughter covered with a Barbary horse. You'll have your nephews neigh to you. You'll have cursors for cousins and jennets for Germans. And Brabantio says, what profane wretch are you? So Iago's just like, how dare you say that I am not actually here for good intention, but in fact, I am doing something absolutely terrible. And, you know, Iago's like, I hope that your daughter has horrible things happen and the rest of your family has horrible things happen to you too, because if you don't believe a good Samaritan like me, I'm just trying to help. And Iago says, I am one, sir, that comes to tell you your daughter and the Moor are now making the beast with two backs. I think I know what this means, but I want to double check that I know what this means. Yes. It does mean what I thought it meant. That's so... Okay, so maybe Othello and... Are Othello and Desdemona not married yet? Maybe not. Beast with two backs is so wild. Okay, so this is how my dude... I don't remember who did these. Okay, who did the notes? Let's see. I don't like how it's in the back. I don't. If they could format it better, that'd be so much better. Because honestly, I know that they give a paragraph and a half. Okay, Cedric Watts. Cedric Watts did the editing for this. I think. Anyway, okay. So, I closed the book. Okay, Cedric says, and I quote, copulating in a conventional position. Damn. What a savage. What a savage. Not only are they just copulating, they are doing it very conventionally. I know it is, I mean, for saying it to a parent, yeah, I guess it is very polite, but still, it's funny. Okay, great. Okay, so yeah, Brabantio says, thou art a villain. Right, add Cedric Watts for his awkward editing, I know. I don't like it. I don't like how he does the footnotes, because they're not footnotes, they're back notes. Right, this is a beast with two backs. The first back is the end of the play, and then the next back is the glossary and the footnotes. They're footnotes, they're not back notes. Okay, Iago, you are a senator. Brabantio says, this thou shalt answer, I know thee, Rodrigo. And Rodrigo says, sir, I will answer anything, but I beseech you, if it be your pleasure and most wise consent, as partly I find it is, that your fair daughter, at this odd even and dull watch of the night, transported with no worse nor better guard, but with a knave of common hire, a gondolier, to the gross clasps of a lascivious Moor, as this be known to you in your allowance, we then have done you bold and saucy wrongs. Saucy wrongs. But if you know not this, my manners tell me we have your wrong rebuke. Do not believe that from the sense of all civility. I thus would play and trifle with your reverence. Your daughter, if you have not given her leave, I say again, hath made a gross revolt, tying her duty, beauty, wit, and fortunes in an extravagant and wheeling stranger of here and everywhere. Straight satisfy yourself. If she be in her chamber or your house, let loose on me the justice of the state for thus deluding you. So Rodrigo is just like, bro, okay, fine. You know what? Fair. She's your daughter. You trust her. Whatever. But you know what? Why don't you, like, just check? Why don't you check and see if she's actually in your house? Because you don't know if she's in your house. Because if she's not in your house, you don't know where she is. And she snuck off to go be with somebody else. And Brabantio says, strike on the tinder, ho, give me a taper, call up all my people. This accident is not unlike my dream. Belief of it oppresses me already. Light, I say, light! Okay, and then he exits above. So Brabantio's just like, oh, God. So he's calling on his servants, and he's just like, guys, turn on the lights, which means, like, well, not even. Right? Like they're all lighting all of these candles. I don't even know if they have. Did they have matches? I don't know. They didn't have lighters, I don't think. How to light candles in 1500s. Let's see. The lighting of the ancient world. Yes. I understand. Impact, yes. Nope, not what I wanted. Okay, let's see. How did people in the Middle Ages light candles? A fire steel. Oh, was it one of those things that you use in science class? Oh, flint. No, I don't think it's flint. Okay. So, essentially, I don't know. There are these things that I had to use in science where it was like a cup and then it had like two sticks and one of them would like strike it. That would make sense to me. And then they would just hold it over and just go like this the whole time. It was like those things that you use to exercise your hands. You know what I mean? Like, and they're like, yeah, I'm exercising my hands. Which I've never understood those things either, but it's fine. Okay, so he exits above. He's turning on all the lights, or his servants are lighting all of the candles. And then he's going to look for his daughter, Desdemona. Right? Desdemona? Did I get that right? Yes, I did. Ha ha ha. Okay, and then Iago says, farewell, for I must leave you. It seems not meet nor wholesome to my place to be produced, as if I stay I shall, against the Moor. For I do know the state, however this may gall him with some check, cannot with safety cast him, for he's embarked with such loud reason to the Cyprus wars, which even now stand in act, that for their souls another of his fathom have not. They have none to lead their business, in which regard, though I do hate him as I do hell pains, yet for necessity of present life, I must show out a flag in sign of love, which is indeed but sign, that you shall surely find him lead to the Sagittary, the raised search, and there will I be with him. So, farewell. So, Iago is just saying, I've told you this, now I'm gonna go, cause it's gonna be really awkward if she's not here, and then I'm here, and then you go talk to Othello and yell at him, and like maybe kill him cause he's sleeping with your daughter. So bye, I'm gonna be with him now, so like don't tell anybody that I'm there, please. Okay, bye. And then he exits. And then enter below Brabantio and servants with torches. So Brabantio comes down from his window with his servants. But keep in mind, Rodrigo is still there. Iago is the name of the parrot from Aladdin. Coincidence? I don't know. I don't know why they named him Iago. I don't know. Anyway, so Brabantio comes in and it says, it is too true and evil. Gone she is, and what's to come of my despised time is not but bitterness. Now, Rodrigo, where didst thou see her? Oh, unhappy girl, with the Moor, sayest thou? Who would be a father? How didst thou know 'twas she? Oh, she deceives me past thought. What said she to you? Get more tapers, raise all my kindred. Are they married? Think you? And Rodrigo says, think I they are. Truly, I think they are. So, Brabantio's just like, oh my god, she's not in my house. Oh my god, where's my daughter? And Rodrigo's like, I think they are together right now. And Brabantio says, oh heaven, how got she out? Oh treason of the blood, fathers from hence, trust not your daughters' minds, by what you see them act. Is there not charms, by which the property of youth and maidhood may be abused? Have you not read, Rodrigo, of some such thing? And Rodrigo says, yes, sir, I have indeed. Brabantio, call up my brother. Oh, that you had her. Some one way, some another, do you know where we may apprehend her in the moor? Rodrigo, I think I can discover him, if you please, to get good guard and go along with me. Brabantio, pray you lead on, at every house I'll call, I may command it most. Get weapons, ho, and raise some special officers of night. Oh, on good Rodrigo, I'll deserve your pains. And then they exhumed. Okay, So Brabantio is really upset. He's just like, I can't believe my daughter got out of the house. And Rodrigo's like, yeah, really. And Brabantio's like, and she's having sex with someone. And he's like, yeah, I know. And he's like, I'm such a bad dad. And Rodrigo's like, no, it's okay. And Brabantio's like, but it's okay. I'm going to go find Othello. And Rodrigo's like, yeah, you should. And Brabantio is like, where can I find him? And Rodrigo's like, I don't know. Like, if I check my GPS, Othello's here, but like, I'm not 100% sure. Brabantio's like, I'm gonna come with you. And Rodrigo's like, yeah, you're gonna come with me, and that's gonna be good. And he's like, okay, sounds good. Get the guns. Get the swords. Get the bombs. And then they exit. Okay, and then we start scene 2. And we're in another street. We're once again in the streets. I wonder what kind of houses these people are living in. Because obviously it's not castles. But I don't know. I wonder what kind of house Brabantio lives in. Because, I mean, he's a senator. So he has to live somewhere that's nice. Probably. So, I don't know. Anyway, so we're on another street. In the streets. With the streets. To the streets. Iago. So Iago's with Othello now. Oh, Othello, Iago, and the attendants come in with torches. Here's my torch. The attendants are holding the torches. Wait, does an attendant speak? No. So, I'm gonna put this torch down. And then abandon it. Okay. Yeah, it's probably just like a nice townhouse. Maybe they have a playground. Maybe they have a pool or a bathhouse. I don't know. Okay, so Iago says, though in the trade of war I have slain men, yet do I hold it very stuff of the conscience to do not. Contrived murder I lack iniquity, sometimes to do me service. 9 or 10 times I have thought it to have yerked him here, yet under the ribs. What's up, ray of sunlight? Welcome to chat. Othello. 'Tis better as it is. Oh, thanks for the follow, Ray. Iago. Nay, but he prated and spoke such scurvy and provoking terms against your honour, that with the little godliness I have, I did full hard forbear him. But I pray, sir, are you fast married? For be sure of this, that the Magnifico is much beloved, and hath in his effect a voice potential as double as the Duke's. He will divorce you, or put upon you what restraint and grievance the law with all his might to enforce it on will give him cable. So, essentially Iago and Othello are just having like their own little conversation. Okay? So, this has absolutely nothing to do with what Iago was talking about before. Okay? He is not bringing up this whole idea of him sleeping with Desdemona. This has nothing to do with anything. They're just talking about trade of war. And Iago's like, blah, blah, yes. And Othello's like, yeah, I agree, sure. And Othello's like, let him do his spite. My services, which I have done the signori, shall out-tongue his complaints. 'Tis yet to know which, when I know what that boasting is an honour, I shall promulgate? I have no idea what this word means. Okay, 18. Make publicly known. Oh, promulgate, which means the same. Okay, so it's basically that. Okay. I shall make it publicly known. I fetch my life, and being from men of royal siege in my demerits, may speak unbonneted to as proud a fortune as this, that I have reached. For know, Iago, that I love the gentle Desdemona. I would not my unhoused free condition put into circumscription and confined for the seaworths. But look, what lights come yond. Okay. So he sees some people coming towards them. They're talking, right? Othello mentions at some point that he's in love with Desdemona. Okay. So I think they're talking about if Othello is going to go after Desdemona. This is Othello. This is a very famous Shakespearean book. We just started the book, so that's what we're getting to, Ray. But thank you for asking. That's what we're going over right now. Okay, so essentially he's just like, yeah, I love Desdemona, I bear back with Desdemona. So yeah, I want to be with her. And Iago says, those are the raisin father and his friends. You are best to go in. So Iago's just like, whoa. You're going to want to go inside. Because I think that's someone you don't want to see. And Othello's like, not I must be found. My parts, my title, and my perfect soul shall manifest me rightly. Is it they? So Iago says, oh, I think it's Desdemona's dad. And Othello's like, oh, cool, okay. And Iago's like, you might want to go inside because I don't know if you're going to want to be here for this. And Othello's like, no, it's cool. I'm cool with it. And Iago says, by Janus, I think no. And Cassio and the officers come in with torches. So it's not who Iago thinks it is. And Othello says, the servants of the Duke and my lieutenant. The goodness of the night upon you, friends. What's the news? Cassio. The Duke does greet you, General, and he requires your post-haste appearance on the instant. And Othello says, what's the matter, think you? So the Duke wants to see Othello. And Cassio, his second-hand man, again, Othello, Cassio, Iago. Cassio's just like, hey, bro, you gotta talk to the Duke. And Othello's like, what's going on? And Cassio says, something in Cyprus as I may divine. It is a business of some heat. The galleys have sent a dozen sequent messengers this very night at one another's heels, and many of the consuls, raised and met, are at the Duke's already. You have been hotly called for, when being not at your lodging to be found, the Senate hath sent about 3 several quests to search you out. Othello. 'Tis well I am found by you, but I will but spend a word here in the house and go with you. So Othello's like, oh, thank you. So something's going on with Cyprus. Some, political stuff is heating up, right? They have a whole bunch of people that they want to meet up with, but you're one of them, and the Duke is ready to meet up with you. They've sent a lot of requests for you, but you haven't been at your house all that much, so, they really want you to, come on, let's go. And Othello's like, okay, I'm gonna go home, into my house, get a couple things, and then I'll go with you. And Cassio says, Ancient, what makes you here? So he's talking to Iago. Why are you here, Iago? And Iago says, Faith, he tonight hath boarded a land carrot. If it prove lawful prize, he made forever. Cassio, I do not understand. Iago, he's married. Cassio, to who? Oh. Othello and Desdemona got married in secret that night. Damn. Okay. What's up with people getting married in secret? I don't get it. Just tell people, man. If you're gonna get married, you're gonna be married. So, you're gonna have to tell people anyway. And then Othello comes in. I mean, I guess I get it from the standpoint of, you don't want other people in your business, and you don't want other people trying to control it, but I don't know. And Iago says, marry to... Come, Captain, will you go? Othello, have with you. Cassio, here comes another troop to seek for you. Iago, it is Brabantio. General, be advised, he comes to bad intent. Okay, so Iago's like, should I... He doesn't tell Cassio who he married. Iago's just like, oh, he married... And then he's like, I know something that Cassio doesn't, and Cassio's the second-hand man. Ha 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 ha. I know Othello better than you. But anyway, so then Brabantio is approaching, and Iago's like, bro, you're gonna get in trouble. Cause, yeah, right, punk? Because you got married by Elvis impersonator. So Brabantio, Rodrigo, and some officers come in. And Othello says, holla! Stand there. He literally says holla, which just means hello. And Rodrigo says, Signor, it is the Moor. Brabantio, down with him, thief. And then Both sides draw swords. So he has double swords. He's like, that's dope though. Can you imagine double drawing swords? That'd be awesome. And Iago's like, you, Rodrigo, come, sir. I am for you. Othello, keep up your bright swords, for the dew will rust them. Good signor, you shall more command with years than with your weapons. So Othello's like, bro, you can have your swords out as much as you want, but like, you're not gonna wanna have those out, okay? Just chill. And Brabantio says, oh, thou foul thief, where hast thou stowed my daughter? Damned as thou art, thou hast enchanted her. And I'll refer me to all things of sense, if she in chains of magic were not bound, whether a maid so tender, fair, and happy, so opposite to marriage that she shunned the wealthy curled darlings of our nation, would ever have to incur general mock, run from her guardage to the sooty bosom of such a thing as thou. To fear, not to delight. Judge me the world, if 'tis not gross in sense that thou hast practised on her what fool charms, abused her delicate youth with drugs or minerals that weaken motion. I'll have it disputed on. 'Tis probable and palpable of thinking. I therefore apprehend and do attach thee for an abuser of the world, a practiser of arts inhibited and out of warrant. Lay hold upon him. If he do resist, subdue him at his peril. So Brabantio is just like, you are a disgusting, foul monster, creature. And you know what? I'm going to have you arrested or do anything that I can to have you taken away from my daughter because you have defiled her. And he's just like, she can't marry anybody better than you because you already slept with her. Which you have to keep in mind, Brabantio does not know that Othello and Desdemona are now together. But he's just like, you are disgusting. I don't like you. I don't want anything to do with you. I don't want her to have anything to do with you. And Othello's like, hold your hands. Both you of my inclining and the rest. Were it my cue to fight, I should have known it without a prompter. Where will you that I go to answer this in your charge? So Othello's like, whoa, 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 whoa. If I actually did this, I would know that I would be fighting you for a reason, but I didn't do any of this. Brabantio says, to prison till fit time of law in course of direct session, call thee to answer. Brabantio's like, you're getting arrested, bro. You're getting arrested, and you will spend the rest of your life in prison for doing what you did to my daughter. And Othello says, what if I do obey? How may the Duke be therewith satisfied, whose messengers are here about my side upon some present business of the state to bring me to him? So Othello's like, but I have to go respond to the Duke. So, like, how do you think he's going to feel if, I'm not there? An officer says, 'tis true, most worthy signor, the Duke's in council and your noble self, I'm sure, is sent for. So the officer's like, he does have a good point, just saying, Brabantio. And Brabantio's like, how? The Duke in council? In this time of the night? Bring him away. Mine's not an idle cause. The Duke himself, or any of my brothers of the state, cannot but feel this wrong as 'twere their own. For if such actions may have passage free, bond slaves and pagans shall our statesmen be. And they all exude. So Brabantio is essentially just like, no. You're going to get arrested. You are going to get arrested right now, okay? And the Duke will come, and then he will see you, and he will come and rescue you if that's needed. But you know what? Every man that I know would resonate with what has happened to my daughter, and so therefore you will suffer, okay? So Brabantio's being a little melodramatic, but I kind of get it, because back in the day, a woman's virginity was worth a lot. It was worth a lot of livestock. So he's really upset, but again, he doesn't know what happened fully, so, he doesn't have the whole situation. Othello's not resisting because he knows he doesn't know the whole situation, and it's just, ugh. Okay. Great. Cool. So Othello's getting arrested. The Duke is waiting for Othello. The Duke is never going to get Othello to come because Othello's getting arrested. Brabantio's excited that he's getting arrested. Iago's excited he's getting arrested. And Cassio is just like, who's married to who? So that's what happened. Yeah. So great. Thanks for coming. That's where I'm gonna end it today. Scene 3 is a bit long, so I'm not gonna start it until Thursday, and then that'll probably be the only thing we read on Thursday, because that will end the act. Wow, so fast. Okay, well, I hope you have a great day or afternoon or a great evening, and feel free to follow if you had a good time. If not, that's totally fine. It's fine. I know. Honestly, punk, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous how every single Shakespeare play is basically just about lack of communication. They're just like, I'm not going to talk to somebody else, and you know what? I think this will figure itself out. Like, how is somebody supposed to know that you're married if you don't tell anybody that you're married? So, yeah. I hope you have a good day, or a good afternoon, or a good evening, or a good night. That's the same thing as a good evening. But I am just saying goodbye. Thank you for coming. Bye.